Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So let's have a look at DIA or the DIA token. We'll break it down and we'll also talk about its price. The reason I'm looking at DIA is because if you look here, it actually did a big move. So it went from 40 cent to as high as 90 cent. So that is like around 76 cent. So that is like 90% surge. So let's break it down what happened and where the DIA is headed. So if you look at some of the news that they have had recently, so basically they introduced something called trustless oracles for real world assets back in August, and recently they did like launch new price feeds for Zora as well as virtual. So and because of that, it seems like that it is like doing good. They also did launch price feed for Vanguard total store market as well. So that is another reason that I would be looking at why the token has been surging. Now if we look at what the DIA is, it is like a trustless oracle network. It's modular roll-up based design, enables verifiable sourcing and delivery of any data to any blockchain. They also have DIA's native layer 2 called LaserNet, as you can see here, executes all critical oracle operations as well. So basically it is similar to that of Pyth network as well as Chainlink. So basically as of now, if we look at like in the oracle markets, we have SEDA that has been we have SEDA that has been doing really well, as you can see here, and we also have like DIA that is going up. So we have two oracles that are doing really well as of now. Now beside that, we don't have anything that I can think of. There is going to be Ethereum update in December that can actually help their layer 2 as well. So that is that. Now there is also, if we talk about like the token itself, and if you don't know about the DIA token, basically it is like their governance token, and it basically came out back in 2020, and most of the supply is in the circulation. They do have like max supply of 200 million, and the current circulating supply is around 119, as you can see here. And if you just look at like some of the news from CoinGecko AI, so as you can see, so you do get like similar things going on with them. Now in terms of their app, so this is how their app looks like. You can bridge it, you can stake the token and get a really good, like I would say, APY as well if you're holding this token for a long term. And if you look at like the data sources, these are the different data sources that they are using, as you can see here. And after that, if you look at like supported chains, so these are the supported chains, like they do have a lot of chains, as you can see. And after that, they also have a playground as well, where you can play with data sources as well, as you can see here. Overall, I think they do have a pretty solid, I would say, oracle as well. Of course, it's nowhere near Chainlink or even Pyth. If it was, it would have reflected in its market cap. Now if we look at like their digital assets library or the data library, as you can see, there is Bitcoin, there is Ethereum and some other things as well. If we look at real world assets, that is where things get really interesting. So they are covering like they have currencies, they also have different treasury bonds as well, different treasuries, as you can see here. There is natural gas, they have Brent oil, crude oil, they have a lot, as you can see. So this, I think, is something that could actually help DIA make a new all-time high. That is what it seems like. Of course, its new all-time high is at 5.8, but again, I think it can break its recent high, which is at 1.36, and I think that is because of this. Now as of now, I think this is really interesting. Anyways, now if we talk about its price, as of now the token like did go up from, I would say, 41 cent and actually ended up rejecting somewhere around 76 cent, and there was a massive sell pressure. So if we just look here, so this resistance seems like a really strong one, so it did not actually break it. So as of now, if it can flip it, so let's see. So if DIA can flip this resistance, and as of now there were a lot of sellers most likely waiting to sell. If it can flip this, I think we could actually go even higher, potentially as high as like $1 or even like 85 cents is a possibility. Now again, I think from what they are doing, this could be a really good buy. And if you are interested in DIA, I think as of now the best entries for this token is somewhere around, I would say, 61 cent or even 57, or I would say even 52. But again, I think the best entry is going to be somewhere around that 47 cent range, and that could be a really good entry point. But again, I think 47 to 48 is again a really good entry point for this token. And now if somehow, if let's say if after correction, if it can like flip this resistance, I think it could be a really good thing for the DIA. So let me just try to check one more thing, whether we have listings. Okay, so we don't have that. Anyways, now as I said, if we can get let's say that after a small correction, if let's say it does this, and if it makes like, if it breaks this resistance, I think the possibility of it going as high as like 85 cent is really high. After that it can hit this, and after that it can make a new high as well. So this is what I'm looking at as of now. But again, this can also be like this can also be just a one-time pump as well, or the one-time surge as well. So that is something we can also expect as well. But again, we did have a breakout from this trend line as well, so we can also expect a retest somewhere around 50 cent as well. That could be a real good entry point. So basically something like this. So if it does a retest here, we could see a breakout after that as well. So that is something we can also expect as well. Overall, I think the token seems to be like, if you just look at its like volume, so it seems like that there are some whales that are trying to pump this token. I'm not sure, but that is what it seems like, because if you just look here, back in July, exact same thing happened, and after that there was a massive sellout, and now again we have another surge here. So again, buying this token as of now may not be a good idea unless it makes a really good correction as low as 52 to 48 cent. If it does do that, I think it could be a good buy. But as of now, it is like I'm very unclear on its like prices of now, because of this massive sell pressure that it had when it actually hit 77 cent. Anyways, thanks for watching. I will be back with more. Thank you.